The bakers of Weber's Bread present your all-star Western Theater.
Drifting along, singing a song under a western moon.
From Hollywood comes your all-star Western Theater, starring America's great Western singers Foy Willing and the Riders of the Purple Sage in music, song, and a story of the wide open spaces. My name is Cottonseed Clark, and here are the Riders of the Purple Sage.
Yippee-yay, yippee-yay, at the break of the day, I ride along with a song in my heart all the way. I find that open range of land that is free, out where the skies of blue keep smiling down on me. When the sun goes to rest on the rim of the west, the moon above will return and the campfire will burn. To the stars above I'll sing of my love with a sage-bright symphony. You'll hear the sweet melodies in the sigh of the breeze, and all day long there's a song from the birds in the trees. When the stars come creeping into the sky, a lonely prairie lobo sings a lullaby. You hear the call of the wild in the twilight beguiled. You hear them blend at the end in melodious style. When the echoes fade, this sweet serenade is a sage-bright symphony.
Back in the days of the early West, when the wild frontier had still to be settled, the pioneers had few of the niceties of life that we enjoy today. But one thing they shared in common with modern Westerners was love of good food. That's one reason why Weber's Bread is so popular with Southern California families. Weber's Bread is good food. Well mixed and well baked, Weber's Bread has a firm, even texture, a golden brown crust, and a distinctive flavor enjoyed by young and old. At breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Weber's Bread appeals to the eye and satisfies the appetite. Next time you go shopping, try Weber's Bread and try it. Your entire family will enjoy Weber's, the good bread in the blue gingham wrapper.
Let's ride back through the years with the Riders of the Purple Sage as they sing another of those grand memory songs. From their saddlebag of familiar old Western ballads comes Wait for Me, Mary.
He sat alone in the still of the night with thoughts that were far away. He took a pen and he started to write just what his heart had to say. Wait for me, Mary, till the world will smile again, till a smile can style again, and a dream's worthwhile again. Wait for me, Mary, by the moonlit garden gate, where my heart and I would wait for you. There are so many things I want to tell you, little ones that I never told before, and I hope that it won't be hard to tell you all the dreams I have in store. Wait for me, Mary, till the world I bring my love again to you.
And now let's join our men of the West, the Riders of the Purple Sage, as they go drifting along toward another of their weekly adventures. Suppose we take them back to the old days. save the 1880s and see what happens when three easygoing fellows become involved in a murder. We find Foy, Al, and Jimmy riding toward Trail City. It's rather late at night, and they're tired, saddle-sore, and hungry. And not knowing exactly how much further their destination, they ride up to a lamp-lighted ranch house in the hope that they may get food and lodging for the night. Al, who is always elected to do the dirty work, is voted to knock on the door and make the necessary speech.
Yes?
Howdy, ma'am. I wonder if, hello.
Yes? What was it you wanted?
Well, ma'am, me and my two buddies are looking to get something to eat and to be put up for the night. That is, if you'd let us pay for it.
Well, I suppose so. Just a moment. Bob!
Yeah, Jane, what is it?
This gentleman and his two friends would like to put up for the night.
We'd be mighty much obliged if you could feed us and give us a bunk for the night, friend. We're willing to pay you well.
Well, I reckon it'd be all right. Never mind about the pay, though. Be glad to accommodate you.
Oh, we'd sure appreciate it. It's been 8 or 10 hours since we've eaten, and our horses are mighty tired, too.
Well, glad to help. Glad to help. Have your friends come in, and we'll stir up some food first.
Well, thank you. All right, boys, come on in.
Good. Right with you. Coming.
I'll get something ready to eat. It won't take me long.
My name is Sloey, and this is Foy Willing and Jimmy Dean.
Glad to know you, boys. My name is Bob Fletcher.
Good to know you, Bob.
Hi, Bob.
Reckon we're lucky to find you folks still up.
As a rule, we don't sit up this late, but my dad is riding in from Trail City, and we're waiting up for him.
We hate to bother you people like this.
Oh, think nothing of it. Now, you must be mighty tired if you've been riding all day. There's a bucket of water and a pan there on the washstand if you want to wash up a bit. I'll put your horses up for you and see if I can fix you up a bunk for the night.
That's mighty nice of you, Fletcher.
Janie's getting some grub ready. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Man, these folks are full of nothing but hospitality.
Yeah, from all the hospitality they're showing us, you'd think we were long-lost cousins or something.
I don't get it myself. Gosh, this water's cold. Yeah, especially since we're total strangers.
Hand me that towel, Troy.
Yeah. Well, as long as we eat and sleep, I'm satisfied, though, Yeah. Boy, I hope whoever's fixing that grub don't keep us waiting. Hey, you ought to see what's getting the grub ready. Man, she's as pretty as a spotted pup under a red wagon.
Now, wait a minute. Don't go trying to flirt with the man's wife.
Oh, I ain't, but that don't keep her from being pretty, boy.
Now, boys, your supper's on the table.
Wowie. You just ain't a-whooping about her.
What was that?
Oh, nothing, ma'am. I was talking about a spotted pup I know.
Oh. Well, I hope you boys don't mind things being cold. But it would take quite a while to make a fire in the cook stove, and I'm sure you're hungry.
Well, we sure are, ma'am.
By the way, where did Bob go?
Oh, your husband is putting up our horses' hay.
You mean my brother?
Your brother?
Why, yes, I have no husband.
Well,
that's wonderful. I mean, that's too bad.
Yeah. You better tighten up your cinch there, Willen. You're slipping a little.
Well, right now you'd better eat.
Yeah, that's the most intelligent thing that's been said yet.
Then come right into the kitchen.
Miss Jane, this grub is nothing short of the best in the West.
I'm glad you like it. Here, have some more turnip greens.
Don't mind if I do. You might pass me some more of that there sorghum molasses, boy.
Yes, here you are. And what can I pass you, Mr. Dean?
A couple more biscuits, I reckon.
Dean, you know better than that.
Well, I guess you better make it just one more biscuit.
No, you eat all of them you want. I wish they were hot.
Boy, this here sausage is mighty fine.
Well, boys, your horses are cared for and your bunks are ready.
We don't know how to thank you folks for all of this kindness.
No, I think nothing of it.
We're happy to be of help.
Well, we're going to pay you, of course.
You'll do no such thing.
Wouldn't hear to it.
We sure do appreciate it.
Yes, sir, I'll say.
You boys planning on going to work in this part of the country?
Oh, well, we hadn't thought much about it. We generally stop off somewhere for a few weeks' work. That is, when our money runs low.
And we ain't too rich right now.
No.
Well, I don't wish you any financial hard luck, but I hope you need work now.
What do you mean?
I might as well come on out with it. Guess you men wonder why we gave such a big welcome to three strange men so late at night.
Yeah, we thought of that.
Well, we need help here on the ranch mighty bad.
Are hands scarce in this part of the country?
Mighty scarce. I just got back from Granite City a few minutes before you fellas showed up, and Dad and Jake Ballard, our foreman, are due in from Trail City most any minute. We've been scouting around for hands all day.
We have no one but our foreman and Bob left.
What brought on all of this shortage help?
A couple of weeks ago, some prospectors supposedly struck gold up at Ore City near the state line, about a couple of 100 miles from here. Everybody and their dogs headed in that direction to get rich quick. It's a serious problem, not only for us, but for the other ranchers in this section.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Maybe I shouldn't have told you boys about it since I want to hire you so bad, but Yeah, you'd find it out anyway.
How come Ballard, your foreman, to stay?
Well, Jake's been with us since he was a kid, almost. You see, Jake's father and our dad were partners in a lot of business deals, and Dad's kept him through loyalty. Even made him foreman of the ranch, which is all right with me, because, after all, Dad's interests are my interests.
That's a mighty big ranch, isn't it?
One of the biggest in these parts. And being without help presents a mighty serious problem.
All right, Fletcher, you can count on us. That is, for a while, anyway.
Oh, that's fine, boys. The pay is 40 and keep.
Hey, that must be Jake and Daddy coming now.
Bob, Jane, something terrible's happened.
What's wrong, Jake?
Where's Daddy?
He's in the wagon outside.
Well, what's happened?
Somebody ambushed us on the way in, Bob. Your dad is dead.
Well, Bob, I know how upset you and Miss Janey are. And we want to let you know that we're going to help you in every way that we can.
Oh, thank you, boys. Mighty nice of you. And I reckon there's no need to tell you how badly we really need you now.
Bob, who would have wanted to kill your father?
That's hard to say, Foy. In this country, every man is after all he can get. Dad could drive a hard bargain. And to be honest about it, he was cold-blooded when it came to business, but I can't think he'd do anything that'd warrant a man's killing him.
Well, just exactly how did Jake Ballard describe the killing?
Well, they were driving along and had just reached Sunset Pass when somebody opened fire and emptied their gun at Jake and Dad. 2 of the slugs found their mark. That's about all there was to it.
Then I believe Jake said he whipped the horses into a fast run toward home.
Yeah, that's right. Trying to figure out the killer is going to be a tough job.
Well, I hope something will turn up. Let us know if we can be of any help.
No, thank you a lot, boys.
You know, there's something mighty strange about old man Fletcher's death.
Now, don't tell us you got it all figured out.
Yes, I have.
Now, ain't that nice? Now you're going to get us mixed up in something that's none of our business. Well, who do you think done it?
Jake Ballard either killed him or was in cahoots with the man that did.
Are you crazy? Ballard was just like a son to the old man.
Never mind what he was like. Remember when Jake came riding in with the old man's body?
Yeah?
He told Bob and Jane that he drove home like all get out from Sunset Pass?
Yeah? So what?
It's 2 miles to Sunset Pass, according to Bob. And when a man runs a team of horses 2 miles, they're going to be sweating like rain and panting like a pump.
I think I'm beginning to get you.
If you remember when we went out to bring in Fletcher's body, those horses were as cool as a cucumber. They had either been walked from Sunset Pass or carried.
So, what does that prove?
It proves that somebody's been lying. The next morning I went out and examined the wagon. There was a bullet hole in a sack of feed, and there wasn't any powder burns on it.
Nobody shooting from ambush from the side of the road could powder burn that sack.
Right. Suppose we just keep quiet on the subject for a few days and keep our eyes and ears open to every move that Jake Ballard makes.
Yeah. But why would Jake kill him, and where would he profit by it?
That's what we've got to find out.
I got word from Lawyer Simpson today, Jane. He's back from the capital.
I suppose he's heard about Dad's death, then.
Yeah, said he was going to drop out to see us day after tomorrow on some business.
Well, maybe he can throw some light on who might have had reason to kill Daddy.
I hope so. Been giving me a lot of worry.
The table is ready. You can call the boys.
Okay, Janie.
All right, boys, supper's ready.
Jake said he had something he wanted to discuss with us at supper tonight.
I wonder what's on his mind. Hope he's not wanting to quit.
Well, come on and sit right down, boys. Everything's ready.
Thank you, Miss Jane.
Say, if you boys don't mind, right after supper, I have something I'd like to discuss and like to have all you fellas present.
Sure, we'll wait around, Jake.
Good.
Mighty fine cooking, I'm telling you. Well, Jake, what's on your mind?
Bob, I have a letter here, and, well, I haven't any idea of what its contents are. It was given to me by your father a couple of months before he was killed. He asked me not to open it until a proper time after his death, and then to do so in the presence of you and Janie and witnesses.
I can't imagine what it's all about.
Neither can I.
Maybe it'll throw some light on who the killer is.
Well, let us hope so. Miss Jane, I'm going to suggest that you break the seal and read it to us.
I'd rather Bob would do it.
All right, Janie.